welcome to Cinnamon, 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 Cinnamon Leaf ASMR and Baldur's Gate 3. Last time we leveled to level 4, which is pretty great, and we discovered this wall that Astarion is staring at. And we also discovered that there is a way up here, interestingly, but I think we're sticking with the wall for now. You can see on the map also that the way up there is really interesting. So let's try the wall. The wall is cracked, we can examine it. It has resistances and it's vulnerable to force damage. So if we have a spell or something that's force damage, that would be really good. I actually think Gale has... Oh, we should also sleep at some point because his blade song power is out. But he has magic missile, which could do some damage. It's also 10, so we might not need the level 2. If it's vulnerable, this should be enough. Because, yeah, that was enough. Because what vulnerable means is that the damage is doubled.
Time to rest.
So that was absolutely enough. Very interesting. We should just be able to walk through these because this is just how they fell. Let's look at what this is. We are in the Whispering Depths. We did at some point...
Better be careful. Those webs carry vibrations.
Indeed they do. We did at some point read about the assistant, I think, of the smith, the blacksmith, I think, and how she, or they, actually don't remember, I think it's a woman, but I don't remember the pronouns, got lost somewhere. So this is the most likely direction. Here we can also get a way up. That's easier than the one we just came from. And here's a cragged rock, so we can absolutely go down here and see if there's something down here that we could check out. You know, there's bats, there's webs, very interesting. There's not much space we can walk down here. I wonder what the point is. I don't remember how to navigate this space very well. Actually don't know why it would go down here. Maybe this is just if you fall from the web. There needs to be space down here so you can fall. Interesting. And as we learned, these webs carry vibrations, so if we walk on them, that might have a negative effect. So let's try and find a different way to get there without going on the webs. I don't think it's possible, but we can try it. Let's go over here. We know that we can climb these. I don't know if we can jump from these, but let's climb. I think we're too small to... Yeah, exactly, that's what I thought. But there should be more boxes here that we could maybe stack. Well then, let's do it more slowly. It's so funny that we can do this as the person playing it, I think. Let's try it like this. Let's climb on this one. And let's try and jump now. Yeah, that's entirely possible. Very nice. Boxes are underrated. And there's a cracked wall here.
Salutations.
Salutations to you too, sir. Let's try this again. This one is a little harder. Maybe we can just hack at it.
So that's progress.
Ah, it is immune. That makes sense. Is this also slashing damage? I think it is, yeah. Okay. So, we could try Pommel Strike, because it's bludgeoning. Well, that did something, but maybe not enough. This is all slashing, this is piercing. I wonder... It's okay with piercing. So let's try piercing. Yes, enough. That's nice.
Ahead.
Okay. I once saw a clip of Matt Mercer, the DM, or mostly DM of Critical Role, play parts of this game, and he immediately built a huge tower of boxes and broke it. As in, like, he climbed on top of it. Okay, now we are here, which is a bit of a different spot than before, but it still doesn't. Oh, we can go here. That would give us an option to not use the webs. This is where we came from, right? Yeah, I think it is. Let's go down here. This looks productive. There's a skeleton. And there is a big red dot over there. A phase spider. That does not sound good. Oops. I think I might have just touched. Yeah, okay.
Something didn't like that.
Yeah, that makes sense. We touched the cocoon. That's fine. At some point we were going to touch something. Let's just save before that, because this is, I think, the first fight we're doing in normal, balanced difficulty. We'll be fine, but, you know. Let's see if there's a way we can hide. There absolutely is. Let's go over here. Let us hide, I think, with our bonus action.
Ready or not?
And let's shoot them. Which one do we think? Maybe the one with the larger hit point capacity. Very nice, very nice. That was really good. Playing him in this swashbuckler subclass does mean that we don't get the additional bonus attack of I think it's not thief, is it assassin? In any case, that one is really good, and I love having him be able to, like, move around. But swashbuckler is fun, so it's good that we chose it. These are error caps. Ooh, I didn't even see that one. Everyone is missing. That is great. Exactly. But I think, yeah, her movement is not that great, because I think there's webs here now. But, you know, she can try to just get a little further. She can also dash towards this guy. Very nice.
Come on. Can't stay idle.
Let's try and pull this guy down here. Oh, we can't reach him, I guess. Or I think we can. Let's try and pull him down. Okay, that still did something. Good enough. And we have Luminous Arrow as the bonus action, because we still have our starry form on, which is great. Lovely. Okay. Did that give us, like, additional movement speed or something? Or are we just speedy? In any case, I think we should leave down here. Okay, never mind. We are just in webbed again.
This is gonna feel good.
I see she can't rage anymore. That's a problem. We should have been sleeping. But it's okay. We can do the sleeping at some other point. Let's just shoot the guy. And then let's try and get her out of the webs. Or at least partially. Very nice. Okay. I love that word, ethereal jaunt is so cute. Just like jauntily, ethereally jaunting. Gale no longer enwebbed. That's great. You don't have that many spells anymore. Let's just go for magic missile. Let's try. It's not going to be enough on him, I assume. But it would be cool. Let's try this. Actually, That was not bad at all. Very nice, my guy. Let's try and get you out of this. Very nice. Now, my boy, stab him. And then with the main hand attack. I don't think a sneak attack is possible exactly. We are in no position to do that. But let's shoot her. And we missed. That's fine. Let's get a little away, maybe. Out of the way of that person. Nice. Thank you. Oh, you can actually make it. Okay, so claw her. Thank you. She is immune to the simple toxin. That makes sense and is fine. Okay. Now only the spiders are left, and they're up here. I don't quite know how to make it up here. It would be cool if we could just pull her down. Or I guess this would be a way.
At the ready.
But I think, yeah, that's just not... We can't make it here. And also we can't make it through here at all. Oh well. We can try and see. Yeah, no, I didn't think so. But try and hit this one. That was not bad at all. Actually, let me check. They have poison resistance, but other than that, they're not very interesting. Let's try Moonbeam. You can move this with an action every turn, which is fun. Very cool. Okay, let's go that way.
Alright, Karlak. It's go time.
Karlak. How about... Can you... You could use your bonus action to jump up here or up there.
Go on.
Ah. Okay, she can do nothing. It's fine. Just shoot her. Or not. Okay. Karlak, I'm so sorry. You're not the most productive here. Yeah, that's the good thing about Moonbeam. It just activates again on their turn, so it does a lot of damage. Oh, thank you for coming closer. It is always an option to break these webs so that they fall, but I actually don't think that's super productive for us right now. And since this is certainly the last fight we're doing before sleeping again, I think we can use all his spell slots. He only has one left anyway. But let's get you maybe more out of the way. Thank you, darling. Sorry if that was me breathing into the microphone. I really love Shovel. Don't worry if she gets to 0 hit points from being infested, which it looks really disgusting, by the way. In case you want to see... Actually, I don't think you can see it on her. No, you can't see it on her. There's like spiders walking on her. Well, there's only one spider left, and Astarion is very damaged. Let's try and get him up here. He will get like lots of more damage because he's poisoned. He looks very poisoned. So let's hope we can deal with this quickly. He has such disadvantage, it almost doesn't make any sense. But I think we have to try. Let's just try. And he hit, that's great, thank you. Thank you, my guy. You can loot her if you want. Take that. Other than that, I think that's it. She can't make it there, so she can also just stay.
Catch my breath.
You go over here, and maybe you... Did you break concentration? You did. That's sad. Otherwise we could have moved Moonbeam over here now, but we broke concentration. It's fine. was not likely to hit anyway. We can also cast Moonbeam again. Why not? Nice, that very much killed her. Let's do a short rest so that no one immediately passes out. Now let's get out of the way. We're all gonna be enwebbed constantly down here, that's normal. Okay. I think we're just gonna quickly have a little walk around and find a spot where we can easily rest.
Anything of use?
There's a dead goblin child, and there's a healing potion. There's cocoons and a bunch of other stuff. We don't... Skull, we love a skull. We don't want to go here yet, even though that is our destination. Do we want to go up here? There's someone to loot. Very interesting. But I think we see that while the fights are much more dangerous and Gale is passing out because he kept taking damage after the short rest, I think we see that it's still more interesting this way than in easy mode. I guess we could loot her too. I don't really want to walk on that right now though. Let's look at that. Some bones. We can sell these. That's why I'm picking them up in the first place. Let's take that. Okay, and I think we should walk over here. Some of these cocoons I think contain something we would want. Exactly like a scroll of Speak with Dead. But most of them, or a dagger, but most of them are pretty empty. I know that there's a second one here. Thank you. Some money. And a ring. Not bad at all. Probably another skull or a bone. There's an old backpack up here. Maybe we do want to walk up on these. Where would you go? Okay, there. That's fine then. Nice. A lute or a lyre. Very nice. There's another old backpack down here, so let's get off this web before everyone gets unwebbed. Exactly. Our girl is unwebbed immediately. Let's see. Let's see if we find a place where we can easily rest. I just realized I think the spot I was talking about earlier was entirely wrong. I meant this beautiful bucket here. Earlier when I said that we would find a way up here, I think it's here, through the well. So we could actually go back up and then sleep up in the not as scary world. That is something we would have discovered if we'd looked in from the top. Now we can't look at it more precisely, but if you start at the top and like look at the well, you can throw a coin in and then realize that down there it's not wet anymore, like there's no water. But how about we just sleep here? I know it doesn't matter where you sleep because camp is always just camp, but I don't know, I like to feel safe in camp. Wyll has something to say. Okay, alright, I think this sleep is gonna be interesting. Hello, Wyll.
Always a pleasure.
What you have to say?
You've been witness to a pantomime, I'm sorry to say. And I've played my part all too poorly.
Right, this is about, as a reminder, it's been a few episodes. This is about Karlach. This is about the fact that he was told to hunt her because she's evil, and she's very much not. What's that supposed to mean? Someone set you on Karlach's tail. I'd like to know who this source of yours is.
I can say only this. Karlach's not the only one who's had a villain's knife held to their throats. One
Interesting,
night soon,
interesting.
when we make camp, the veil will be lifted, and I'll pay my penance.
I do suppose that it will be this night. Penance? Should I be worried?
You're not in any danger, I promise. I can't say the same about me.
Well, I find that very interesting because I didn't ask if I was supposed to be worried about me. I asked if we should be worried. For me, that would include him, so we do worry about him, our boy. Okay, let's just say we'll do a long rest, or do we talk to everyone now? Let's talk to everyone once now. Hey, Gale, darling.
How can I help?
I feel like I need to help you. You look bruised and beaten. Hello, Lae'zel. Have a nice drink. I want to know what you're thinking.
Gale is positively voracious. Well, let him suck up all the magic he needs, as long as he doesn't snack on a Githyanki silver sword.
Nice. Would be funny if we could give him one, but well, I don't think it's possible to get one here. Let's talk to her again. Okay, no, I thought you might have something to say about Karlach, but I think the other thing overrode that. Astarion, do you have anything to say?
Well, hello. What can I do for you?
Hi, darling. I love that greeting. It's so flamboyant. That is one thing I wonder about his character, because he's obviously not gay. All of them are bisexual or pansexual, however you want to define it. But he does give like stereotypical gay flamboyance, and I find it so interesting that so many women are into him. I mean, I am one of them, but I find it very, very interesting. I don't know. Wonder if anyone has insight on that. I mean, I know his storyline is particularly appealing to a certain audience that is typically, sadly, more female. Not going to say more on that, but people who've played the game know more of his story, and it is more appealing in experience to the female experience, I guess, the traditional, the common female experience in society. But I don't know, I just find it interesting.
So, Gale just consumes magical items like I do wine. We truly are a group apart. Nevertheless, as quirks go, that's a new one for me.
Well, it's not quite as you do wine, since he doesn't like constantly need it. I think he needs 3 items in total, but you know.
Soldier?
Or at least in this game there's only 3. Oh, there's so much to talk about with you. I think, oh god, there's so much. Let's at least ask some of these. Let's ask things about her chest. We've got some infernal metal. What should we do with it?
Damon told us to look out for this stuff, right? Let's go find him.
That's smart. How did you end up with such a contraption in your chest?
The year, 10 air. The place, a sleepy little town called Baldur's Gate. Our hero, Karlach, a knock-kneed delinquent from the outer city with everything to give and nothing to lose. I was a kid looking for a way to fill my days and make some cash when I fell into the wrong crowd. Worked for a guy I respected. A lot. Turns out the feeling wasn't mutual. Through the jigs and the reels, he made a deal with Zariel behind my back. You know Zariel, right? Archdevil of Avernus. She put this thing in my chest and set me to work. Well, to war. I learned quick how to stay alive. And the engine served me when it came to killing devils. 10 years of that. The stories I could tell.
Oh, love, I'm very sorry. You mentioned a boss who gave you up to Zariel. Who was it?
Guy named Gortash.
Mm-hmm.
Politician. inventor. One of these wheeler-dealer types who seems to have a finger in every pie. I guess I was naive to think everything he got up to was above board. What did I know? I saw a job, a good job, with people I liked, doing work I was good at. Sometimes I'm jealous of that girl. Ugh, to feel so invincible again.
No, girly. Working for Enver Elon Gortash really doesn't sound that great. You know what? We reduced that a significant amount. Let's leave her to her thoughts. And let's get to a long rest. That's going to be very interesting. That's what I thought. We're so small. I love this character.
Hellfire. She's coming.
Hellfire in my soul, a burning desire.
Wyll, you've been naughty. And you know what happens when you're naughty.
God's damn it. Anyone but her.
Interesting. We will not flirt with her. Just who in the 9 hells are you? We're not flirting with her in front of our future husband.
Wyll, you absolute stinker. You kept me a secret? Time to let the Hellcat out of the bag. Call me Mizora. I'm Wyll's patron, the fount of his power. My pet's been unruly, and his leash needs a yank.
Uh-oh.
We had a deal, Wyll. But Karlak's still breathing.
I've taken more pleasant shits than you, Mizora. And at least those can be buried after.
That's no kind of talk for a lady. By the way, Karlak, Zariel sends her regards.
Oh god.
You told me! Devils only! She's a tiefling, not a monster!
How precious. The little pupster's found his bark.
Clause G, Section 9. Target shall be limited to the infernal, the demonic, the heartless, and the soulless.
Karlak meets the criteria by virtue of having no heart.
I actually kind of love how pedantic this is. Like, that's so funny, but it's also obviously not at all funny. You better not lay a damned finger on Karlak.
Don't you worry. That ship has long sailed the Styx. But a defiant pup must still pay his price. To wit.
Wyll burns in the fires of Avernus. The lightning storms of Dis strike his flesh. His soul passes through each layer of the hells, gaining their essence and their torment.
That crack was so scary. The sound. You look hot.
That's better.
What the hells have you done?
A promise broken, a price paid. You know the terms.
Get used to the new form, pet. There's no going back. Some magic even I can't undo. Now, let's see how the frontiers fare without their precious blade.
Karlak, keep an eye on him, would you? I'll be keeping mine on you.
Oh, and Wyll, don't forget, our pact still stands. Ta-ta.
She is truly such a bitch. I love how everyone immediately has something to say. Except for Gale. He's just chillin'. Let us start with Wyll, because he feels the most relevant here. I'm gonna save though, in case this like overwrites all the other stuff they want to say.
Gods damn her straight back to the hells. Just look at me. I did what was right, and Mazora made me pay for it. I'd be hunting devils and demons, she said. Traitors and hypocrites, heartless evils of all sorts, but not Zariel's victims. Not innocent tieflings.
We failed an Arcana check. I actually don't know what this would give us. But maybe something about the pact, like the fact that the pact is binding and a normal patron pact, that the patrons usually do stuff like this. I think this is mean. That's mean. Let's just say the most neutral thing, because I think he's been punished enough. The Blade of Frontiers has some explaining to do.
I'll say what I can, but it won't be enough. It's Mazora who grants me the power to conjure armor and cast eldritch blasts. Before I was infected, I could even call hell beasts and summon festering clouds. But I promise you, every thrust of my blade and every flame I sparked was for the good of the coast.
I believe that. You should get out of this pact.
A possibility that's kept me awake countless nights. But I don't have a clue where to start, other than play her games and play by the rules. That's the only language devils listen to.
Fair, fair, fair. There must be some loophole in the contract that lets you out.
There could well be. She has the blighted thing. What I know of it is simply what has engraved itself upon my memory. My contract is very clear. I can bring Mazora no harm. She'll have to let me out of my pact willingly. The only way out is if I can out-bargain her. We're standing here with nothing but the clothes on our backs and the worms in our heads.
True, true. I love this line. We can beat her if we put our worms together.
We can. I'm sure of it. How glad I am that you see me as more than my patron's pet.
I've consumed enough media with warlocks in it. Warlock is just a really interesting class because there's always a sort of darkness to it. But for you, Wyll, I think you look very fetching with that pair of horns. Okay, now who next? Let's just go with Astarion.
There you are. I was just thinking about you and that delicious moment we shared the other night.
Oh, interesting. The moment when you bit me?
The very same. I've had this condition for 2 centuries, but truth be told, you were my first. In all these years, I've only ever fed on beasts. Drinking the blood of thinking creatures is a different thing entirely. You were delectable. And now I can't help but wonder how the others taste.
Okay. This is so mean. He's obviously like, I don't know, I think a lot of the commentary, like a lot of the things you can say to Astarion are so like harsh and humorless, and so much of his character for me is about the humor. It's so light and crispy and aggressively cynical that I think you just kind of have to go with it. Like, I don't know, flirty, cynical. You're looking at other necks. I'm hurt.
Don't worry. There's enough of me to go around. I'm a man of tremendous appetites. I don't think they'd volunteer, of course. But it doesn't make me any less curious.
That looked like he was poking his own nose.
For example, he strikes me as someone whose blood is rich, refined, like well-aged brandy. But the Gith, what in the hells would she taste like?
Something exotic, surely. An Amnon liquor. Liqueur. I guess in this case you would pronounce it liqueur.
Oh. Well, that sounds very appealing. I'm almost convinced.
This is humorless. I think this one is funny, but I don't know, between these two. This is still theoretical, right?
Absolutely. A mere thought experiment. So, in the spirit of theoretical questions, if you had to take a bite from one of them, who would it be?
Idris Karlak is so funny. You, of course, is interesting. I've never said that. I think I always said Gale, no question. I think this is a bit too direct. I actually don't know. Also because I don't think our character is actually like... I don't know, are we interested in Astarion? I actually don't know. I think I talked about it at some point that we could just romance all of them. Because I have a mod that makes that possible. But I'm not sure. I don't think Shadowheart or Lae'zel. You know what? Let's just try. What happens if you say you, of course, and I might reload.
Oh. I'm flattered. Who knew you had such taste? Unfortunately, all this talk is getting me hungry. I better find something I can actually sink my teeth into.
That's very cute. I'm actually gonna reload that anyway, because I think he actually approves all of the options, and I think it would be more truthful of me to say that I want to sink my teeth into Gale. You know, can't believe I just said that. But you know,
So,
you're here for the commentary.
In the spirit of theoretical questions, if you had to take a bite from one of them, who would it be?
Gale, no question.
Ah, a refined palate. I can't disagree. Although, the more I think on it, the hungrier I get. I better go find something I can actually get my teeth into.
Good hunting.
There's nothing that tasty lurking out in the woods, but I'll make do. Sweet dreams.
Bye, sweetie. Love. Anyway, Shadowheart has something to say. Hey, girl.
Something's wrong. I feel... it hurts. Darkness, protect me.
Oh. Are you hurt?
No. I'm fine. Forget it.
Darkness, protect me? What did you mean by that?
It's difficult for me to talk about. I'm sorry.
Okay. I think I'd just leave her be. If she doesn't want us to know yet, we can learn about it later. Now, Karlak.
I'll be honest, soldier. I'm reeling. Wyll hardly knows me, but he chose my life over his. Been a long time since someone stuck their neck out for me like that.
That is very sweet. He's a good man, maybe the best of us.
You can say that again. When he was chasing me through Avernus, I thought he was just another sad merc. How wrong I was.
I find the pronunciation of merc very interesting because I'm pretty sure it's mercenary, like it's short for mercenary. Mercenary. And I just realized we haven't walked here, so I'm going here. And so I guess it should be merce, but I don't know if I would pronounce it merce, so maybe I actually agree. Okay, now let's have a sleep. I think we're done. And let's just save in case anything weird happens while we sleep. I don't think so. I think that scene overwrites anything else, but let's take a sleep. What do we want to eat? We have a bunch of stuff now. And for anyone who's new here, I don't think you would watch this episode if you haven't watched the others, but I like to make meals out of this that sound good to me. I've been recently really into potatoes. In German, in German culture, there's a meal that's called like Heaven and Earth. And I think originally it's like potato mash with applesauce, but I like the better version better. I know it as potato mash, mashed potato with like apples fried with onions. Fried as in stir fried. And it tastes really nice, like sweet and slightly spicy apple onion situation with spices and then with mashed potato. And it's called Heaven and Earth because in German you say, in some places you say Erdäpfel to potatoes, which means earth apples. So potatoes and earth apple, and then apple is a heaven apple, you know, like a sky apple. So sky and earth, or heaven and earth, I actually think that's a cute idea. So maybe we can combine these, but I don't know if we want to use all of the apples. Why are these separate? Interesting. Let's just make potato. Maybe let's put one garlic in there, some apples, potato, garlic, and apple, and then maybe we are missing 5, so maybe we can find something that's 5. Do we want to eat it with some bread? I think that sounds great. Actually, that's weird. It just selected like both of them. Let's split these into 1 and 2 and just use 1. Nice. I find that weird that it like unselects the stuff you already selected and doesn't do that with what you now have. But that sounds great. That sounds delicious. Let's do a full rest. And there we are snoring. Cute. Very nice. Anyone else have anything to say? Yes, Shadowheart has something to say. Maybe she's more open to speaking with us now. Hey girl.
I know that look. You're wondering why I was in pain before. Let's just clear the air about that now. It's just an old wound that hurts me from time to time. Nothing to be concerned about. It's nothing to do with the tadpoles, at least, in case your imagination is in danger of getting away from you. It's just something I have to live with.
Okay. How badly does it hurt?
Quite a lot, if I'm being honest. But it always passes quickly, so I can manage.
Okay, are you sure it's not connected to the tadpoles?
Positive. You can trust me on that.
Okay, then we will turn to other matters and leave her be. If that's what she wants to tell us, we're gonna accept it. And now I'm wondering, I think it kind of fits to end this episode here. It's not a full hour. I wanted to kind of go back to full hours, but I think that's fine. A normal length episode, more or less. We did quite a lot this episode in comparison to the last one. It's cute that Scat is like coming up to us. We'll explore probably more of the space that we saw under like the Whispering Depths. We will probably explore that more next time. And yeah, see where we go from there. I think we're mostly done with the space. Oh, Shadowheart is playing with Scratch. That's cute. I think we're mostly done with exploring the town that we're in right now. So I think we're kind of done with that. I think. Like, I'm thinking of where we haven't gone yet, but I think the biggest buildings are the blacksmith's building that we absolutely already looted, and the apothecary, which we also did fully. There is a barn that we haven't gone to, and we have to like connect some roads, but I think other than that, on the top we're kind of done currently. We just have like where we're going currently, there's something we could do, and other than that we could stay on the surface. We have some more quests in that direction. I guess I'll think about it in between recording these 2 episodes. I usually record them close after each other because they also come out close after each other. I guess I'll see and think about it where I want to take us next. I think I have a preference where I would like to go, which is where I'll probably choose the other option so that we can get that out of the way first, if that makes sense. I don't know if that tells you something about me, that that's how I approach things, but yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. This is the first episode I recorded where I can use my throat and voice normally. That little cold really had me in a chokehold. I did not like that. But I hope it was nice like this. And I hope that whatever you do next, it goes super, 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 super well. Super well. And if that is sleeping, sleep well. Sweet dreams. And